Alright, what's up guys? So first I want to thank everyone for keeping up with my channel and all the subscribers and everything. That's pretty awesome that everyone, or most people at least, enjoy my videos. Um, this one I want to talk about the differences between the kettlebell military press, the kettlebell push press, and the kettlebell jerk. Okay, sometimes there's some confusion between those three. If I say to somebody we're doing push presses, they end up doing jerks, vice versa. Okay, so this video is merely to highlight the differences between those three. You can find instructional videos on each of the exercises elsewhere on YouTube that could probably do a much better job than I can. You could literally write volumes of information on each of these exercises and their subtleties. So I won't highlight them all, obviously, but I just want to point out the main differences, okay? So military press, we're thinking strength, okay? We're building strength with the military press, the ability to push a heavy weight overhead from basically a static position, okay? Our bodies are going to be tense, all right? We don't want to be leaking any tension out of any of our joints. We don't want to be shifting or moving unnecessarily underneath the weight. Okay, that's what's going to give us the solid base of support to push the weight overhead and help our nervous system, what's called irradiate, into our shoulder muscles and arm muscles that are going to help push our weight overhead. Okay, so my knees will be locked, my legs will be tense, my kneecaps are drawn up, okay, towards my hips. My hips will be slightly pushed forward because I'm tensing my glutes to solidify my pelvic core. All right. My abdominals will be braced. I'll suck some air into my belly before I start, and that's going to give me a nice solid box of abdominals to push off of. All right, and everything else will be tight, so I'm not leaking any tension elsewhere. All right, I'm going to form a nice solid block underneath the weight to help push off of. Okay, so I won't be shifting or moving or anything. Okay, that's really important for the military press. That's how you're going to get the most weight overhead. Okay, so here's that. One more time. On the side. Okay, so that's the military press. One thing you'll notice about all three of these exercises, they all end in the same position overhead. Okay, upper arm behind my ear. Okay, um, arm locked. All right, and they all start from the same position, which is the clean. All right, so get your clean solid before you start playing with these, because the clean is going to help you get underneath the weight and get your base of support set. All right, so the push press, um, we're thinking power. Okay, so while the military press is focused on strength, the push press focuses on power. All right, push press and the jerk are somewhat similar for the barbell, but for the kettlebell, it's a little bit different. Okay, so push press, think power. All right, that's overly simplified, but that's what we're going to use for this. Okay, we're using, in the push press, we're using our legs and our hips to drive the weight overhead. Okay, so you'll see when I start from the clean position, you'll see me dip with my knees and my hips and almost jump to help accelerate the weight overhead. When the weight gets about halfway up, that's where I finish the press with my arm. Okay, so I'm using my leg drive and my hip drive to get the weight moving to help myself get some acceleration behind the weight so I can move more weight overhead, okay? And then at the end of it, about the last half of it is when I'll push and finish that out with my arm, and my legs will lock, my body will lock, and I'll get in the same ending position as in the military press. Okay, so watch for the knee dip and then the drive to help move the weight, okay? One more time. Inside. Okay, so again, the push press, all about power, moving the weight as fast as we can overhead, okay? Um, Now, the jerk is all about efficiency, okay? With kettlebells and the jerk, we're thinking efficiency. The barbell jerk is different. That's Olympic weightlifting, all right? That's different from the kettlebell jerk. Kettlebell jerk is used in kettlebell sport, all right? It's a technique those guys use to get the weight overhead as many times as they can in their 10-minute window. Okay, so the first thing you'll notice about the kettlebell jerk is the starting position is slightly different. All right, I'm going to use the kettlebell sport technique for the starting position. It's from a clean, but my elbow is going to be buried in my iliac crest. Okay, that's down on my hip. I'm going to use my hip to help bump my elbow and start moving the weight. Okay, um, you'll see one dip in the beginning, just like in the push press. Okay, you'll see it bump my elbow, and then when I get about halfway up, it's almost immediately after the first dip, you'll see a second dip where I get underneath the weight and then stand up. Okay, so first dip, get the weight moving. When I get about halfway up, really quickly after, there's a second dip, and then I stand up. That's where the efficiency comes in, because I'm almost barely using my arm to get the weight overhead. I'm using my legs to help drive it and then dip underneath it and stand up. Okay, so there's two dips and they happen one right after the other. So watch for the second dip in this one. All right, and also watch for the different starting position that's used in kettlebell sport. Okay? Elbow into my iliac. One more time. On the side. Okay, so hopefully you're able to see that second dip. Um, Again, remember that's a technique used in kettlebell sport. If you're interested in learning the jerk, the World Kettlebell Club has a username on YouTube, has excellent videos for instruction. All right, if not, you could search American Kettlebell Club. They have some excellent videos also. Okay, hopefully you guys were able to see the differences between those three. Each one of those has its place, so don't do one at the exclusion of the other. Okay, remember the military press is strength, the push press is power, and the jerk is efficiency. Okay, so use those for well-rounded fitness and a well-rounded stimulus on your body and your nervous system. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think. If you guys have any suggestions or stuff you'd like to see in videos, just leave it in the comment section on either the video or on my channel. All right, hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks.